The number of students arrested in Maryland public schools is now going down.
Some say that is progress, but as Project Baltimore's Chris Papps explains, others see it differently.
Calvert County, Maryland, home to about 90,000 people and miles of Chesapeake Bay's shoreline. It's one of the smallest counties in the state, with one of the highest performing public school systems.
The goal is to educate our young people that come into the schoolhouse.
Dr. Andre Townsell is Calvert County Public Schools superintendent. His district's graduation rate is 93%, 8 points higher than the state average. In English language arts last year, 65% of all Calvert County students tested scored proficient. 65%, the second best score in the entire state.
I'll often say, as climate and culture goes, so goes curriculum and instruction.
Dr. Townsell grew up in Detroit, Michigan, where he says the culture in public schools was built around tough love.
I've been disciplined heavy before in my past, and it worked for me.
If it worked for him, Dr. Townsell believes it will work for others. The tough love mentality is something he has brought to Calvert County because he believes holding students accountable for their behavior leads to better academic outcomes. So while his school system is one of Maryland's top performing in terms of student achievement, it's also near the top in another category: student arrests. Project Baltimore analyzed the most recent Maryland Public Schools student arrest data for the 2022-2023 school year. Throughout the state, there were more than 1,500 students arrested for incidents that happened on school grounds, a drop from more than 3,100 arrests 5 years earlier. The three districts with the most student arrests were some of the state's smaller districts: Wycomico, St. Mary's, and Calvert. Calvert County Schools has roughly 15,000 students, but recorded 168 arrests last year. By comparison, Baltimore County has about 111,000 students and recorded 116 arrests. Baltimore City has about 76,000 students, with just 26 arrests for the entire school year.
I think it's very clear that young people are going to be held accountable right here in Calvert County Public Schools.
We're not going to arrest all of the children.
In 2017, then Baltimore City Schools Chief of Police, Akil Ham, said his department was taking a different approach to holding students accountable.
We'll build positive relationships with kids. We want to nurture kids.
Ham said his officers would no longer be arresting students for what he considered low-level crimes.
We're not where I want to be, but we're headed in that direction. To me, that's proof.
Fast forward to 2024, Ham is no longer the school police chief, but the district maintains the same approach to student arrests. According to city schools, it has implemented a multifaceted strategy to create relationships between students and police officers, encouraging kids to ask for help and confide in police to stop problems before they occur. In 2009, city schools recorded 971 student arrests. By 2017, the year Project Baltimore spoke with Chief Ham, that number had dropped to 85. Last year, the district recorded just 26 student arrests. To put that into perspective, that's a 97% drop over 14 years. During that same time period, 2009 to 2022, city schools saw a steady drop in federal math and reading scores known as NAEP, the National Assessment of Educational Progress. Calvert County is not one of the districts individually tested by NAEP, so we can't compare federal test scores. But when it comes to state testing, Calvert County is one of the highest performing districts in Maryland, while Baltimore City is the lowest performing.
I think that discipline and how we hold young people accountable does contribute to our academic achievement. But I won't say that's the only thing.
168 arrests in a relatively small school system may seem like a lot, but Dr. Townsell is focused on the bigger picture, teaching his students an important life lesson that he believes is best learned the tough way.
It's up to us to not only give them the best education possible, but ensure that they come home healthy and safe and able to get another day of education and ultimately journey through a school system as a productive citizen for our society.
I'm Chris Pabst, and this is Project Baltimore. I'm Chris Pabst. Thanks for watching. Here's another story to watch. Also, if you have a story idea, please send us a message.